It's truly such a strange feeling growing inside of me. On one hand, I want to feel proud of myself. I want to feel like I'm on top of the world because I did something right. I want to feel good, at least for a moment. I want to feel good and proud of my work. But on the other hand, I feel this strong, horrible, secondhand embarrassment. Honestly, how could they let themselves be played like this? I always heard that they were some of the smartest girls in class, and from their behavior during lectures, I often believed it. I thought, why not see if I can toy with them? Why not see if I can truly use their hatred of each other to my advantage? I thought, maybe they'll spend 5 minutes going over this, then realize that it was a trick, and then they would leave. But no. It took them far too long to realize that I was the one who had written that note. And it took them far too long to realize why exactly I did it. Assuming they even came to a definitive conclusion at all. After all, I'd forgotten my textbook in the library. I'd gone to retrieve it before our little study session. And I could still hear those two girls arguing back and forth about why I might have done it, about whether or not I could be considered a credible threat, about whether or not they should kill me. As if they'll even have the opportunity. They have no idea what they're up against, do they? No idea whatsoever. I, on the other hand, I have done my research. I knew that they were smart. I thought that my half-baked attempt to do this, to trick them, I thought it might just muddy the waters for a moment. Give me a chance to leave school on time. Meet up with my sweetheart. And then leave before they could stop me. I didn't think that I would have time to run back inside to get a textbook. And I certainly didn't think that everything I had learned about them was incorrect. They're supposed to be the top of their class. Geniuses. In every advanced placement and honors class that is allowed at this school. I thought it would be a challenge, but what they're planning to do, they truly believe that they'll have a chance to be alone with me this evening. They truly believe that, based on their method of execution, they won't be able to be caught. That they don't know me the way I know them. They certainly do not. Otherwise, they might realize the family that I come from. They might recognize the name. And that might jog their memory into realizing the power that this name holds, the power that my family holds. And then that might lead them to wonder how they would get a moment alone with me. After all, even if they do, it would have to be on school grounds, outside of a house, or outside of a store, or in my own home. And if they took a moment to recognize my name, reflect on what it said about me, they might realize that there's no way for them to kill me, no way for them to be alone with me without being seen by a person, or worse, a camera. Don't get me wrong, Mikasa is certainly very quick, and Annie very strong. Perhaps they think that they'll be able to subdue me, bring me somewhere more secluded. But even then, somewhere along the way, they would be spotted with me. And even though they have friends who are very intelligent, friends whom I'm certain wouldn't mind hacking into a cloud database in order to access video footage and erase it. But little do they know, for little did they research, that the cameras we use, in my home at least, they store locally. They are completely untraceable because my father is so very worried that people might sneak in. They might try to hurt him or me, just like they did to his brother, my uncle. And that fear has also led to a number of different security features. For instance, someone posted outside of our house at all times, especially at night, and several military-grade locks on all of the doors and windows that only he has the key to. And even if someone tried to copy it, they might not realize that the keychain is in fact a tracking device. Even if they were smart enough to wipe their fingerprints off of it, we could track them wherever they took the key. They think that they can kill me. They think that because I seem sweet and innocent and so small and easy to intimidate, they think that they have the advantage. But it is precisely those things that give me the advantage. After all, everyone seems to love me. Everyone seems to trust me. And why wouldn't they? I'm just a small, sweet, fragile girl who occasionally needs a bit of extra tutoring, and who is so generous they insist on repaying their friends for all of the help they provide, and who is so undeniable that when she asks you to sleep over, you can't even remember the word to deny her offer. You can't remember that simple 2-letter word. No. How else would I have gotten our sweetheart into my room? How else would I have gotten them into my bed, sound asleep? How else would I have convinced them to make this a regular thing? Studying and sleeping over? Do they really think that they can get away with this? If they do, they are either foolishly arrogant, in which case a pat on the back to myself is certainly in order. But perhaps they have a few more aces up their sleeves than I realize. And if that's the case, job well done to you. You've hidden them very, very well. After all, not even I could find them. And considering the power that my last name alone holds, that's certainly saying something. So if you truly believe that you're capable of not only accomplishing this, but also getting away with it without ever being caught, either you both need a serious reality check, or you both deserve my sincere congratulations and apologies, because I might have underestimated you. You might be very worthy opponents indeed, but still, I can enjoy the little victories. For instance, I can enjoy the fact that our sweetheart is currently in my bed, fast asleep, while I am beside them. And I think they might roll over soon and wrap their arms around me. And of course, this is, in fact, going to become a regular thing. So regular that perhaps it'll happen every day after a while. And perhaps it will happen for the rest of our lives. There are 3 very skilled players in this game. But for now, I am the only one who shows any sign of winning. So good luck to you two, Annie and Mikasa.